We're money opposites. Hey taxpayers, it's Tiffany Gonzalez CPA here, founder and CEO of Accounting to Scale. And today, this video is dedicated to all of my couples that are money opposites. Being a money opposite couple means you don't necessarily see eye to eye on a few things, whether it's spending or debt levels, or you don't necessarily earn the same. Let me tell you that this is a subject I know a lot about, as me and my husband are money opposites. So tune in and let's talk about some productive ways to work with your money opposite partner. The first and most important thing is to have an open and honest conversation. Talk about how much money you earn. Talk about how much you spend and on what. Talk about how much debt you have, and talk about your credit score. Starting with this open and honest communication is not only the first step into becoming better money partners, but also a great step for your growing relationship. Ideally, you have this conversation before you've gotten married, but after you've determined that you're in a serious relationship. Now, we're gonna talk about 3 different types of money opposites. One might apply to your relationship, or all 3. The opposites we're talking about are spending opposites, earning opposites, and debt opposites. The first opposite is a spend opposite. This is usually when one partner likes to spend a whole lot more money than the other partner feels comfortable with spending. The important thing to stick to here in your conversation and relationship is your goals. Usually, you're in this relationship with this person because you have similar goals and values. By discussing what your goals are, you can work backwards to help understand how your spending and theirs aligns with those goals. For example, if one of your goals as a couple is to travel to the Maldives, you can work backwards by setting a budget and determining how much money each month together you need to save in order to have this amazing trip to the Maldives. Goals are one of the first steps to try to get aligned with your partner on spending. The second type of opposite is earn opposite. It's very common for one spouse to earn significantly different amount than the other spouse. Many times when I do tax returns, it is a rarity to see a couple making the exact same amount every year. When spouses earn different amounts, there can still be animosity on both sides. The spouse that doesn't earn as much can feel as if they don't contribute enough to the household. And the spouse that earns more can feel that they're taking on more of a financial burden than the other spouse. A solution I have found that works is first, getting your mind right. Whether a spouse makes more or less, at the end of the day, understanding that the money all goes to the same pot towards the same set of goals is really the way you want to think. If you're still feeling some type of way, you can actually split the bills by percentage. For example, if one spouse makes 75% of the income, then that spouse would pay 75% of the bills. This would make it equitably fair when addressing the bills every month. The third opposite is debt. And debt can be a place of a lot of shame for some people. They don't like to really talk about it, especially with their new relationship. But having open and honest conversations about how much you owe is the first step in getting aligned as to how you're going to tackle it. You should also understand that there are certain types of debt that become marital debt. So if you're thinking about getting married, that's something you definitely want to be talking about. Hand in hand with that is credit. There are a lot of ways to improve one spouse's credit score, and so you should be talking about what your credit score is and what the goals are for the future. For example, buying a home. The last thing you want to do is have all of these issues come up when you're getting ready to buy the first home with your spouse, and suddenly the mortgage broker comes back after running one of your credit scores. Are you and your spouse money opposites? How do you deal with it? Please leave your comments below. We love chatting with you. Hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook at Accounting to Scale. Until the next video, your favorite CPA, Tiffany Gonzalez.